Have you ever sat down to work and your brain just fogged out? You know the feeling. The screen blurs, your thoughts scatter, and suddenly you're 20 minutes deep into a YouTube rabbit hole about cat memes. Meanwhile, your to-do list laughs at you. Here's the thing. Some people sit down and enter a state of absolute unbreakable focus, like a laser beam cutting through steel. No distractions, no mental fatigue, just pure relentless clarity. And others, they bounce around like a pinball in a machine. So what's the difference? It's not genetics. It's not some magical supplement. And it's definitely not willpower. It's what they eat. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how the Spartan Diet rewires your brain for focus so sharp, you'll feel like you have a superpower. And here's the kicker. Even Navy SEALs use these principles without realizing it. Special Forces operators, elite athletes, high-performance CEOs, they all stumbled onto the same ancient blueprint. The Spartans figured it out 2,500 years ago, and now, you're about to learn it too. Let me ask you something. How many times this week did you start a task and then catch yourself checking your phone, scrolling Instagram, opening a new tab just for a second? Be honest. The average person loses 23 minutes of focus every time they get distracted. 23 minutes to recover. Not to get back to work, just to get back to the mental state they were in before the interruption. And here's the brutal truth. Your brain isn't broken. Your focus isn't weak. You're just fueling the wrong machine. Think about it. You wouldn't put cheap gas in a Ferrari and expect it to win a race, right? So why are you feeding your brain processed sugar, refined carbs, and energy drinks? And expecting it to perform like a Formula One engine? It doesn't work. It never has. It never will. Your brain is 2% of your body weight, but it consumes 20% of your energy. 20%. It's the hungriest organ you have, and most people are feeding it garbage. No wonder you feel foggy. No wonder you can't concentrate. No wonder that important project sits there half-finished while you reorganize your Spotify playlists for the third time this week. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the switch, to go from scattered to sharp, from foggy to crystal clear? Not with another productivity hack, not with another app, not with meditation apps you'll download and never open. With food. Real food. Ancient food. Food that warriors used to conquer empires. The Spartans weren't just tough. They were focused. These were men who could march for days, fight in brutal battles, and make split-second decisions that determined life or death. No coffee, no energy drinks, no Adderall, just food. Strategic, deliberate, powerful. Their diet was simple, brutally simple, and that's exactly why it worked. They ate what the land gave them: black broth, barley, figs, olives, game meat, fish, cheese, wine in moderation, honey for energy before battle. No processed garbage, no sugar crashes, no inflammation fogging their minds. Every meal was fuel, every bite was a decision, every choice was about performance. And here's what modern science confirms. What the Spartans discovered through trial and blood, we now know through brain scans and biochemistry. Your brain runs on glucose, but not the kind that comes from a candy bar, that spikes your blood sugar, triggers insulin, and sends you crashing into the couch. Your brain wants stable, sustained fuel. Healthy fats, clean protein. The Spartan diet delivered exactly that, 3,000 years before nutritionists had a name for it. Barley provided slow-burning energy. Olives and fish delivered omega-3 fatty acids that build brain cell membranes. Figs gave natural sugars for quick cognitive boosts. Black broth, made from boiled pork, vinegar, and blood, was packed with iron and amino acids that support neurotransmitter function. They weren't counting macros, they weren't reading labels, they were eating for war. And war, my friend, demands focus. Now, let's get specific, because I know what you're thinking. This sounds cool, but does it actually work for me in 2026, with my deadlines, my Zoom calls, my side hustle? Yes, it works better. Let me break down exactly what happens in your brain when you eat like a Spartan. First, stable blood sugar. When you eat refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas panics and dumps insulin. Your blood sugar crashes. And your brain, it goes into survival mode. Irritable, foggy, craving more sugar. It's a roller coaster, and you're not enjoying the ride. The Spartan diet uses complex carbs, healthy fats, and protein to create a slow, steady release of glucose. Your brain gets consistent fuel, no spikes, no crashes, just smooth, sustained energy. Second, reduced inflammation. Processed foods create inflammation in your body, and inflammation in your body creates inflammation in your brain. Scientists call it neuroinflammation. It literally slows down your thinking. The Spartan diet is anti-inflammatory by default. Olives, fish, vegetables, fermented foods, these reduce the inflammatory markers that cloud your cognition. Third, ketone production. When the Spartans marched for days with limited food, their bodies entered a state of mild ketosis. Ketones are like rocket fuel for your brain. They cross the blood-brain barrier easily and provide clean, efficient energy. Modern research shows that ketones improve focus, mental clarity, and even protect against cognitive decline. The Spartans were doing intermittent fasting and ketogenic eating before it had a hashtag. Fourth, gut-brain connection. Your gut is your second brain, literally. The vagus nerve connects your gut to your brain, and 90% of the signals travel upward, from gut to brain, not the other way around. What you eat determines what signals your gut sends. Feed it garbage and it sends distress signals. Feed it real food and it sends clarity signals. The Spartan diet was rich in fiber, fermented foods, and natural probiotics. Their guts were optimized for peak mental performance. And fifth, neurotransmitters. Dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine. These chemicals determine your motivation, mood, and focus. The Spartan diet provides the raw materials your brain needs to produce these neurotransmitters. Tyrosine from meat and fish for dopamine. Tryptophan from eggs and cheese for serotonin. Choline from eggs for acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter of focus and learning. They weren't just eating. They were chemically engineering their brains for dominance. Okay, you're convinced you want that laser focus. That's Spartan clarity. That mental edge that makes everyone else look like they're moving in slow motion. So how do you actually do this? In your life, today, without moving to ancient Greece or hunting wild boar in your backyard? Here's your modern Spartan protocol. Simple, brutal, effective. If it comes in a box with ingredients you can't pronounce, it's not food. It's a food-like product. Avoid it. Shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Vegetables, meat, fish, eggs, nuts, fruit, olives, cheese. That's your kingdom. Rule 2. Prioritize protein and fat at breakfast. Most people start their day with a sugar bomb. Cereal, toast, pancakes, orange juice. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire and wondering why it burns out fast. Start with eggs, Greek yogurt, salmon, avocado, nuts. This stabilizes your blood sugar and sets your brain up for hours of steady focus. Rule 3. Eliminate refined sugar. This is the hardest one. I know. Sugar is everywhere. It's in your ketchup, your bread, your healthy granola bars. But sugar is focus poison. It creates the exact roller coaster we talked about. The spikes, the crashes, the fog. Cut it out, completely, for 30 days. Watch what happens to your mind. You'll be shocked. Rule 4. Embrace fasting. The Spartans didn't eat 3 square meals plus snacks. They ate when food was available. Sometimes that meant long periods without eating. Modern science calls this intermittent fasting, and it's one of the most powerful tools for brain clarity. When you fast, your body produces ketones, your brain switches to clean fuel, your focus sharpens, your mental energy increases. Start with a 16-hour fast. Eat between noon and 8 p.m. Drink black coffee, tea, and water. That's it. The first few days are tough. Then, your brain wakes up, and it doesn't go back to sleep. Rule 5. Hydrate like your life depends on it, because it does. Even mild dehydration impairs focus, memory, and decision-making. The Spartans drank water, wine in moderation. That's it. No energy drinks, no soda, no fancy coffees with 17 syllables. Water, black coffee, green tea. These are your weapons. Rule 6. Add brain-boosting superfoods. Not trendy superfoods from a magazine. Real foods with real science. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. Loaded with omega-3s that build your brain. Eggs, packed with choline for memory and focus. Blueberries, antioxidants that protect your brain from oxidative stress. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. Folate and vitamin K for cognitive function. Turmeric, curcumin crosses the blood-brain barrier and reduces inflammation. Walnuts, look like a brain, fuel a brain. Omega-3s, antioxidants, and vitamin E. Bone broth, the modern version of Spartan black broth. Collagen, amino acids, minerals, brain fuel. Rule 7. Eat mindfully. The Spartans didn't eat in front of screens. They didn't scroll while chewing. They sat, they ate, they were present. Mindful eating improves digestion, nutrient absorption, and even satisfaction. You eat less, you enjoy more. Your brain gets more from every bite. Turn off the TV, put down the phone, chew slowly, taste your food. This isn't just spiritual nonsense. Let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus was a software developer. Smart guy, but he couldn't focus. He'd sit down to code, and 3 hours later, he'd written 12 lines and watched 4 YouTube videos about vintage watches. He tried everything: productivity apps, Pomodoro timers, standing desks, noise-canceling headphones. Nothing stuck. Then, he changed his diet. Not dramatically, just systematically. He cut sugar, switched to Spartan-style breakfasts, added fasting, drank water instead of energy drinks. The first week was hell. His brain screamed for sugar. He felt tired, irritable. He almost quit. But he didn't. Week 2, something shifted. The fog lifted. He sat down to work and stayed there. For 3 hours, deep work, flow state, the kind of focus he hadn't felt since college. By week 4, his colleagues noticed. "You're different," they said. "What happened?" He just smiled. "I started eating like a Spartan." 6 months later, he shipped a project that got him promoted. He started a side business. He read 12 books in 3 months. His entire life changed. Not because he found a new app. Not because he discovered some secret productivity system. Because he changed his fuel. Your brain is the most powerful computer ever created. But it runs on what you feed it. Feed it garbage, get garbage performance. Feed it like a Spartan, get Spartan results. Still skeptical? I get it. The internet is full of miracle diets and magic pills. But this isn't new. It isn't trendy, it isn't a hack. The Spartan diet is backed by thousands of years of human performance and decades of modern research. Dr. Mark Mattson at Johns Hopkins has spent decades studying fasting and brain health. His research shows that intermittent fasting enhances cognitive function, protects against neurodegeneration, and improves focus. Dr. David Perlmutter, neurologist and author of Grain Brain, has documented how eliminating processed carbs and sugar dramatically improves mental clarity and prevents brain fog. The ketogenic diet, originally developed to treat epilepsy, is now used by biohackers and executives for peak mental performance. Why? Because ketones are premium brain fuel. Elite military units, including Navy SEALs, have experimented with ketogenic and low-carb protocols for sustained cognitive performance under extreme stress. Tim Ferriss, author and investor, has interviewed hundreds of top performers. The common thread? Diet matters more than almost anything else for sustained focus and energy. In ancient history, the Spartans dominated Greece for centuries. Their soldiers were feared across the ancient world, not because they were bigger, not because they had better weapons, because they were sharper, tougher, more focused. Their diet wasn't a choice, it was a weapon. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I don't have time to cook like a Spartan. You don't need to. A dozen eggs takes 10 minutes to boil. A can of sardines takes 0 minutes to open. A handful of nuts requires no preparation. But healthy food is expensive. Is it? Or is diabetes medication expensive? Is brain fog costing you promotions expensive? Is feeling tired and scattered every day expensive? Invest in your fuel. Everything else runs better. But I need my coffee. Good. Black coffee is Spartan approved. Just skip the sugar and the whipped cream and the caramel drizzle that turns it into a milkshake. But I love carbs. I'm not saying never eat bread again. I'm saying understand the trade-off. Every time you choose refined carbs, you're choosing the roller coaster. Every time you choose Spartan Fuel, you're choosing the laser beam. Your results. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a mind so clear, so sharp, so focused, that work feels effortless. You sit down, you start, you finish, no wandering, no distractions, no mental fatigue at 2 p.m. You remember names, you connect ideas, you solve problems that used to stump you. Your boss notices, your friends ask what changed, you feel a quiet confidence that comes from knowing your brain is operating at full capacity. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when you stop treating your brain like a garbage disposal and start treating it like the weapon it is. The Spartans knew this. They built an empire on it. And now, you know it too. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, eat like a Spartan. Cut the sugar, prioritize protein and fat, try intermittent fasting, drink water, add brain foods, eat mindfully. 30 days. That's it. Track your focus. Rate your mental clarity each day. Watch what happens. I guarantee you'll be shocked. I guarantee you'll never go back. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you're cutting out first. Sugar, processed carbs, energy drinks, and if you want the full Spartan meal plan, the exact foods, the timing, the recipes, let me know in the comments. If enough people want it, I'll make a full guide. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell, because next week I'm breaking down the Spartan training protocol. How they built bodies that could march for days and fight for hours. Your mind is your weapon, your body is the vehicle, and your diet, that's the fuel. Stop running on empty, start running like a Spartan.